Biogen's new medicines have been approved by the FDA, so where's the stock headed and should you buy? Keep watching for the next 10 minutes as we go through recent news as well as my chart analysis and price prediction. But before we do that, subscribe to our channel Stocks 101 for regular stock market updates. On Friday, an Alzheimer's medicine from Biogen and Eisai named lecanemab received approval from the Food and Drug Administration. Lecanemab appeared to reduce brain amyloid plaque, and according to FDA's press release, Alzheimer's disease slowly destroys memory, thinking ability, and the ability to do simple tasks. The medicine will cost about $26,500 for a year's worth of treatment, and Eisai said that the price reflects the medicine's benefit from improved quality in the future. The company pegged its value at over $37,000 per year but said they priced the medicine lower to reduce costs for patients and insurers. With all that in mind, let's analyze the charts. So as you guys can see right over now in the 1-day chart for BIIB, and as always we'll first analyze the 1-day chart, then the 1-hour chart, and to end it off we'll get to the 5-minute chart. Now right off the bat we can see that we're up to a price of $281 on the pre-market, up 0.63%, and yesterday we went up by about 2.82%, going from a price of $269 pretty much to $271.55. Now we can see that we got a good amount of volume yesterday, right? Oh well, that was Thursday, I'm sorry. Yeah, we went from $276 to $279. And of course, it's not yesterday, it was the last trading session, considering that it was Friday and today is Monday, right? Anyways, the main point that we should be focusing on is that we got a good amount of volume yesterday, right? Or on the last trading session, which was 3.72 million. And compared to the average volume of about a million, right? 1.1 million, that is pretty good. We can see that the last time that we got a good volume spike, over here for example, we got a volume of about 17 million, I believe, and it pushed the stock's price from $277 to a high of $477. We got another spike over here for 16 million shares traded, and we went from about $196 to $290 pretty much, and that is again a great thing. Will we pump that high again? Well, in my opinion we probably can, but then again, there are a few things to consider, right? First up, the market capitalization is 40 billion, and at the same time the PE ratio is 13.84, which makes it actually a pretty good stock fundamentally to buy and hold for the long term, right? If you ask me, any stock with a PE ratio under 15 or 18 at max is, usually at a good valuation. So BIIB, well, it gets a thumbs up from me on that factor. Under that, we can see that the shares afloat are 143. Now, I personally have no information about the short interest, so I won't be able to provide you anything about that. But, if I were to make an assumption, I'd probably say that Biogen has a low number of short sellers because, again, this is a fundamentally strong company, right? We can see that they've had a good streak on their earnings reports as well. They've only missed like 2 or 3 reports in all of these quarters. And at the same time, let me show you something. Now, this is really interesting, right? Their profit margins up until the first quarter of 2022 were 12.8%, and then they went straight to 43.98%, then straight to 50% almost, and that makes me really hopeful about their next earnings report, which will be released on the 2nd February, which is of course Thursday, and that might give us the next big bump that we're looking for, right? Because we can see that usually the earnings report does not do any effects, right? But at the same time, a few months after the earnings report, we definitely get some big bumps. So in my opinion, we probably will get one of those pumps real soon because we got an earnings report over here on, pretty much around the beginning of November. So that would likely give us a pump into, January 2023, because we can see July 21 and October, going into October, we got this pump. At the same time, we can see earnings report, pump, earnings report, pump, earnings report, pump, right? Earnings report, pump. We can see that it's pretty common, right? So in my opinion, these small candles are probably not the pump that we'd be getting. We'd probably get something even bigger, and that is why I cannot wait for the stock's June performance, right? And that is why I personally think that it's a good time to buy right now at the price of $279, $280, right? Now what's going to happen today is that I personally think that it will fall down because we already made a pin bar candle on the lower side, right? Even though it was green, it does indicate a lot of buying pressure up over here, and at the same time we were making a bearish trend. Overall, of course, the trend is bullish, but down here we did make somewhat of a bearish trend. So in my opinion, we probably should get a pullback today, and after that, it will be at a pretty good range to buy. And I do believe it will get to better levels as well. And once it does, once it gets around 220, $230, I believe there will be a massive pump taking it through $320 towards 350, 360, I guess. Right, but we are gonna get some crazy volume for sure when the stock gets back into, under $250, which it likely will, in my opinion, because we can see that the stock is pumped every single time the price fell down. Right, so the price fell down, stock pumped, 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 and now if the price falls down again, we'd likely get another pump and then get back into action. And then, of course, if you talk about my price prediction, my price target, I personally think that a price target of $400 would be pretty realistic for 2023. Also, we have to consider the fact that a lot of banking institutions said that 2023 will likely not be the best year for financial markets, so that might play its role. That statement might play its role, and we might get some bad performance here and there. But I do believe that it will turn out to be bullish by the end of this year. And of course, if you look at the technicals and analyst ratings, they're all buy, right? Everyone is bullish on this price. 1 year price target is $321. I personally don't agree with that. Um, if you want to visit their website, you can definitely biogen.com and check out things for yourself. Everything that they're doing, investor relations, all of that stuff, their PR, and all of that stuff. At the same time, am I bullish on the stock? As I already told you, I personally am bullish on the stock. I do believe it will go down in the short term, so I'm kind of short term bearish and long term bullish. But to analyze what exactly is going to happen today, we'll have to jump on into the 1 hour chart. So let's do that exactly. So as you guys can see right over now in the 1 hour chart, and I have turned on the, well, why did I do that? I've turned on the extended trading hours. Let me put this back from auto. Yeah, we can see that we're making a bull trend over here, right? We were making a bull trend on the 1 hour chart where we got about a 6% growth, right? 5.9% pretty much, after which we did get pumped a lot, taking this exact growth to pretty much 9.4%, after which we got a crazy selling volume, right? About 51,000 shares on this, but I personally don't think that is correct data, right? It's likely not the correct data. I will have to check later on Yahoo Finance or all of those other, what do you call it, other platforms, what the data actually was, but I personally don't think this indicator that TradingView has works properly. So anyways, if we look at the current pre-market data, we haven't had any volatility so far. So in my opinion, the day today will likely be bearish, probably get a gap up, right? Slight gap up, then start falling down, probably in the day around 276 to 273, right? Somewhere around that range. $275 pretty much should be a good target for the day. But then again, not a target exactly, right? Considering the fact that most of you are likely not short sellers, it would be a better, term to call it as a prediction than a target, in my opinion, if you're talking about it going downwards. But anyways, we'll have to confirm that further by jumping on into the 5-minute chart. So let's do that. So as you guys can see right over now in the 5-minute chart, and right off the bat, we can see that on 6th January, this is exactly where we got that crazy selling volume. And after that, the volumes picked up pace. Right before that, dry volumes. And over here, we got a lot of volume, right? I personally love trading shares that have high volume, and that is why I personally don't touch companies that don't have a decent volume, right? I like to trade only the biggest 50 stocks or biggest 100 stocks, right, by market cap, and that allows me to trade freely and with enough liquidity. Now, at the same point, coming back to the analysis, we can see that after we fell down, we got a pin bar to the lower side, pin bar to the upper side, pin bar to the lower side, upper side, right, inside candle. But in the end, all of this signalizes that yes, we did fall down and we likely will fall down again. This last candle that we got, same thing, a wick on the upside signifying selling pressure. So in my opinion, as I already told you, I believe today we'll likely get a small gap up under the $283 range, right? Then we'll get resisted by 283 and then start falling down. That is again what I believe, right? For the price target of $275 today, right? A price prediction, price estimate, price forecast. And for the short term, how low can it go? Probably I would say $240, right? $240 should be a good zone. I do believe as long as it stays below $250, there will be a high chance of us getting a strong volume trend and the volume just kicking up, getting a pump and going up towards $300 in just a single day, right? We might get 15 million shares traded, 20 million shares traded, who knows? But at the same time, there's a catch, right? I personally do think that, but at the same time, I could be wrong. So remember that this most definitely is not financial advice, and you should always do your own research before you trade. If, however, you enjoyed my analysis, be sure to hit the like button. If you did not enjoy it, sure, you can hit the dislike button. You can subscribe to our channel, Stocks 101, for more such videos. And as always, I will see you guys in the next one.